Hello fellow doll lovers, it's Janie and welcome to another video on my channel. We are back in my childhood room. I am visiting my hometown for the summer, and so I could not miss a chance to film a video, and hopefully you guys are just as excited to see all of my dolls that I've missed so much. Hold on, this girl's a little bit out of place. Get back in there. There we go. But I am really happy to be back here, and this video is a collection video, kind of. It was actually suggested by one of my amazing viewers and subscribers, and it was a while ago, but this is the only time I was able to actually come here and film this. But it was suggested to me to do a collection video of all of my like doll related books, which I thought was a really cool idea because I do love books, and I do have a small collection of doll books. Like not so much identification guide type books, but more of like books based off of dolls, like Ever After High books, Monster High books, etc. And I do regret to inform you that back when I was probably like 11 or 12, I had a huge collection of those little mini, like, not mini, but little pink hardcover Barbie books that had all of the, like, the stories and stuff. And I got rid of the whole set because I didn't have any space in my room, and my dad used to have a rule that whenever I would buy like things from thrift stores, whenever I'd buy things, I would have to exchange those things for things that I already had. So if I went to a thrift store and I got 2 dolls, then I had to find 2 dolls that I had to donate just to help with not having too much, which like I can understand. As like a child, you don't need to be having like hundreds of dolls when you're young, but then when it turned into like more of a collection, then I stopped doing that, obviously. But I got rid of a lot of dolls and doll related things that I sincerely regret getting rid of, and those Barbie books are definitely one of them, and I haven't found any since. But I do have a small collection of doll related books, and I thought it'd be fun to take you guys through them and just show you what I have. And I've never done a video like this before, so I don't quite know how it's gonna go over. I hope you guys enjoy it and find it fun, and if you guys do enjoy it, it might be fun to show you guys like my doll movies collection, because I have essentially like every Barbie movie. I have tons of like Monster High movies as well, and like, you know, things like that. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video because I do have quite a bit to show you. The first one is not technically, it's a book, it's a magazine, and I have this Life Barbie magazine, which I think came out in, when did this come out? This came out in 2020, and this is just more like information about like the life of Barbie. It's really, really cool. It's from Life magazine, and it essentially just, it says inside the life of the world's most famous doll. So I'm not gonna take too much time, but like you go in and you kind of like start off at the beginning with like how Barbie got started, and it starts kind of going down through the history. Like it starts talking about how Barbie launched all of her career lines, and her slogan, "You can be anything," came about. And there's just a bunch of really cool like pictures and artwork in here, and it talks about like the rarest Barbies and like how the dolls came into play. And then it also has like stuff about Ken as well, so it's not even just Barbie. But it's a really fun magazine just about all of that, and then it kind of takes you through like the evolution of Ken, and you can see some of the more newer Kens down there. And then it talks about like all of the cultural Barbies that they started creating. I'm just kind of flipping through to see what I want to show you guys, but it starts talking about like Black Barbie and when they started introducing like multiracial Barbie dolls, and then like all of the fashions and things, like when they started releasing different Barbie fashions, and how a lot of the fashions being released were reminiscent to famous inspirational people at the time. And then from there, it kind of just goes into like the media that Barbie was into, you know, like Toy Story and like all of her appearances. And then also at the end, which is my favorite part, has Ruth Handler's story, who was the creator of Barbie, and it kind of gives you a little bit of information about her life and dolls. And I like this a lot too. It also talks about fashion dolls that spawned after Barbie. So like you have Bratz and Monster High here, which is really, really cool as well. But yeah, so it's just a really fun book. And then at the very, very end, it talks about like the newest looks of Barbie. So it shows like what Barbie looks like now, essentially. And like how they kind of are looking very, very different from how they used to. But it's a really fun magazine. My mom got it for me. Really cool. And then, I dropped it. Oops. I got this not too long ago at all. This one came out shortly after the Barbie movie. Yeah, this came out not that long ago at all, and it has more to do, it's very similar, like it talks about how it started, but it really is really cool. Once again, it kind of talks about where she started, what she's like now with the most recent Barbie line that was coming out at the time, which was not that long ago, and then they kind of talked about relating it to the Barbie movie, and then you kind of get a step-by-step. I really like this because it really goes true to timeline, and you get to see all the different Barbies from throughout the decades, like the most popular fashions and things. And then you kind of show, like I said, Barbie through the years, and I just really think it's cool. And then it does talk about Ken a little bit, of course. But it's just a little magazine. I think I got it at Kroger. I just saw it, and it was shortly after the Barbie movie came out. And then I like this. It actually does have a section on Barbie's family. So you have like Skipper and Stacy and Chelsea, and then it does talk about like Black Barbie and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then it does talk about like all of Barbie's careers. Like this is really neat. It shows like all of the careers that have been made into dolls. And then it does show some other pictures, some really beautiful, beautiful Barbies, and it talks about like the most expensive collector's Barbies and like all of the amazing creators that were behind that. And then we kind of go into like stuff about the Barbie movie, and things like that. And then it does have, which I really love, it does have a little excerpt about Barbie's movies, which I grew up watching, and they are so nostalgic and special to me. We talk about animated Barbie and like how it changes throughout the years, and then it talks about the Barbie movie. So pretty cool. I really enjoy it, and these are my only two books that I have about Barbie, which is crazy, because I know that there's more, and I had more, but they just got lost, unfortunately. But I'm really excited to have these, and it's very informational, and very, very cool. But I want to move on to my Ever After High books. I have quite the stack. As you can see, I have all of these, and these are like a series. These two are also kind of a series, and then I have one that kind of is like a standalone book. So I have two of the Ever After High Storybook of Legends books. One of them is just called The Storybook of Legends, and the other one is just called A Wonderlandful World. And these are chapter books, so they're pretty cool. And they're chapter books for like kids, but they are still really, really fun. There aren't a ton of illustrations in here, which does make me a little bit sad, but so it's essentially just the story from the TV show. If you're familiar with the TV show, that's essentially the story, and it's just put into literary form, which is great if you have bookworms who love Ever After High. So it essentially just is that story, which is really neat. And then we have A Wonderlandful World, which is essentially just everybody visiting Wonderland and some new characters coming to Ever After High. So what I believe it's about, Lizzie Hartz comes in, and like Maddie Hatter and several other people join Ever After High. So it kind of is, it's not something that you've read from, like, it's not something you've seen in the TV show. It's a new story, which is really cool. But I love the artwork on the front. I just love Ever After High and their artwork in general. And the next one is kind of a standalone book. This one is called Ever After High, General Villainy, A Destiny Do-Over Diary, Companion to Next Top Villain. So this is kind of what I believe kind of centers around Duchess Swan and Lizzie Hart. And it's just their stories and their like little diary entries about like writing stuff down. And it's like an interactive book. So you like can actually write in it, and there are areas where you can like do questions and quizzes and stuff, which is really neat. Like there's a general villainy quiz, and some people did already start writing in it. Like this one's like matching the villains to the heroes, and we have the Joker and Batman, which is really fun. And then you can, there's just a lot of different like interactive things inside, which is really cool, which I really enjoy. So it's not like a storybook, but it's like an interactive diary slash quiz, do it yourself, whatever. But then the next set is like a series, and it's got a bunch of different books in it. The first one is called Next Top Villain, so they apparently love their villains. And once again, we have Duchess Swan and Lizzie Hart, and it's just more about the two of them and their lives inside Ever After High. So this series is called A School Story. So it's all about students in the school and their adventures at Ever After High. So we have one about Duchess and Lizzie. We also have one about Gingerbread House and Blondie Locks. And this is really cool. And it's just more about them and just their stories and adventures. And it's really neat. I'm not going to go into details about what each one is about because that will take forever. But yeah, and then this next one is really cool. And this one is about the Charming family. So you have Darling, Dexter, and Daring. And it's just more about all of their stories, which is great. I love Darling. Like, she doesn't want to be like a princess. She wants to be a knight, which I love. And she wears like armor, but then she's still absolutely gorgeous and elegant, and I love that. And that's the third book in the A School Story series. And then the next one, you've got two fairies, and this one's called Fairies Got Talent, and it has Fabel and oh my gosh, Fabel and Justine. Wait, no, what's this one's name? I'm completely blanking on what. Oh, this is Farah. Sorry. This is Fabel and this is Farah. You have Fabel Thorn and Farah Good Fairy. And this is just about both of them, and you've got like a dark fairy and a light fairy, and it's them and their adventures and how they, you know, are different from each other and stuff like that. And I think that that's super cool. And oh my gosh, once again, can we talk about how cute the artwork is on all of these? Like, I absolutely love the artwork on these books. And this series doesn't have any like photos in it either. So they all just have regular words. But one thing that I really love about all of these books is that when you look here, the books all say Ever After High across them, which is really neat. And then we have two more books in that series. We have Truth or Hair, which is one about the O'Hare twins, which I really love. The O'Hare twins are one of my favorite dolls of all time. I love them both so much. And then the last one is called Fairy Tale Ending, and we have Applewhite and Michelle Mermaid, and Michelle looks so cute in this one, and her hair looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, so that's the last book in the series, and I actually have all of the books in this series. There is a total of 6 in the A School Story book series, and once again, this is, you know, about Apple and Michelle. So it's a really cool series. I have read them all. It's just about, you know, the students and their adventures at Ever After High. And then speaking of Ever After High, we can't have Ever After High without, sorry, the camera just shook for some reason, Monster High. And I have not as big, but I do have a collection of Monster High books. The first one is very interesting, and I am going to give you a little bit of backstory on it. This one is simply called Monster High. And I'm going to read you very quickly what this one is about. And here's a little bit about it. It's about this character named Melody and this character and Frankie. Everyone knows Frankie Stein. And what this is about, so we have 2 like dual characters that it's about, and it looks like it says Melody and her family left 90-20-10 for the fresh air of Salem, Oregon. So that's like the name of her address. And then she moved to Salem, Oregon. After shedding her old camel hump nose and constant asthma attacks, Melody finally gets to be the pretty one at Marston High. Too bad she feels like a fraud until she meets Jackson. But is he hiding something too? Could it be related to the totally bizarre rumors about monster sightings? So Melody is a normie, which in Monster High, if you're unfamiliar, a normie is just a regular human, and that's what all of the students at Monster High call humans. They call them normies. And Melody is a normie. And then Frankie's story says Frankie has lived in Salem all her life. But then again, she's only been alive for 15 days. She sets out to conquer high school boys and shopping in that order. Unfortuned, people freak out over Frankie's mint green skin instead of applauding her voltage fashion sense. If she wants to fit in as a normie at Marston High, she's going to have to hide a monster of a secret. Instead, she risks it all for a stolen kiss, a mistake that could cost her everything. Melody and Frankie try to put the chic in freak, but are the normies at Marston High ready for a makeover? Can a monster survive in a normie world? So it's completely different from what from anything from the TV show or the movies. So this is a very, very interesting story. And so you have a story about a monster and a normie going to the same high school. And it's a very, very interesting tone. So, and once again, it doesn't have any illustrations or anything, but it is a chapter book, and it's really, really neat. I do really like the little like illustrations at the top of each chapter, though. Pretty neat. And then next, we do have a couple of books in the series. I have 4 of them. One of them is hardcover, but the rest are paperback for some reason. But one of them is called Ghoul Friends Forever, and it is just about like the best friends at Monster High. So this one centers around obviously Venus and Rebecca, and then also Rochelle. And I absolutely love these characters. And so it's just about like them making friends and having friends, and really cool. And I really love this like notebook type artwork. And then I just love the Monster High artwork in general. And then on the back, we have some really cute artwork of Frankie and Cleo, which I really love a lot too. And then we have the second book in the series, which says Ghoul Friends Just Want to Have Fun. And once again, it kind of revolves around the same 3 characters. All of the books in this series revolve around these 3 characters. Once again, artwork is so incredibly beautiful. Like, look at how stunning Venus looks. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Very, very neat. And then we have a beautiful pencil drawing of Laguna in the back. Really cool. But there's a bunch of very interesting things in here. We got a broken mirror and some really cool stuff like that. Very, very interesting story. And it's about the fun that they have at Monster High. And then the last, or not the last one, but the next one called Ghoul Friends, Who's That Ghoul Friend? So the name of the series is Ghoul Friends, and all of that has these 3 characters, Rebecca, Rochelle, and Venus. And very, very neat. And they like solve mysteries, and it's kind of like in this one, they're like looking through cobwebs. They're trying to solve a mystery of the missing headmistress. So their headmistress is missing, and they're trying to find out where she went. And then on the back, we have another drawing of Frankie. Very cool. And then she has her hand is not attached, but she's doing this, which is super cool. I love that. And then the last book in the Ghoul Friends series is Ghoul Friends Till the End. And this one has a gorgeous, I don't know how you pronounce this. I think it might be Wydona or Wydowna. I'm not sure how you pronounce this character's name. But yeah, this one's called Ghoul Friends Till the End. Absolutely stunning artwork. Again, trying not to show you with the glare. Very, very gorgeous. And we have Claudine peeking through with her claws through like a rip in the book, which is really, really neat. I really love it, and I love the artwork on these books. But it's kind of a small collection of Monster High books, but I've thrifted all of these. I haven't gotten any of these new, so I'm really, really excited to have them, and I have gotten a few of these from subscribers, so I am super, super grateful for them. And then the last set of doll books I have are all of my Star Darlings books. So I only have 2 Star Darlings dolls, but they come with lots of books, and I've actually found tons of their books. So I have a whole set of Star Darlings books, and I have books 1 through 12, but I don't have all of them. I'm missing book 7, and then also books 10 and 11. So I'm missing a few of them, but I have quite a few. We have I love the artwork on these books. I have not had the chance to read all of the books in this series yet, but whenever I don't have the book, I buy it. But I absolutely love the artwork on all of these, and on the back you can kind of see which books are in the series based on whose face is in the star. So I really love that, and each book kind of revolves around a different character, and then this one is all about Sage, and that's really, really neat. I don't have this doll. I don't have hardly any Star Darlings, but they're one of my absolute favorite dolls to collect. I just never ever find them. But this one's about Sage, and once again the artwork is absolutely stunning. And once again, there are no pictures on the inside of the book, but they have this really pretty like gradient around the sides. So we have Sage, we have Libby, so a book about Libby, and she's, once again, the artwork absolutely stunning. I love it so much. We have one about Leona. It's called Leona's Unlucky Mission, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say what each of these is about. So this one is called Sage and the Journey to the Wish World. Very cool. The one, Libby, is called Libby and the Class Election. This next one is Leona's Unlucky Mission. Leona looks great once again. Love the artwork, and I love like the magic that she's holding in her hands. This next one is Vega and the Fashion Disaster. This is a really cool Star Darlings doll. I absolutely love just like the look that she has, and like her high necked with her short hair. Very, very cool. And then Scarlet Discovers True Strength. This one's very, very edgy. She looks a little bit emo. She looks super, super cool. I like the hood over, and I love the expression that she has on her face. Very, very cool. And then next, this one still has its 50% off tag on it, but this one's called Cassie Comes Through, and she's holding an adorable little animal, and she has these star reading glasses on, which is so cute, and her hair is done in these little buns, and just the artwork is so cute on these books. This doll would probably be my favorite if I had her, but this is called Astra's Mixed Up Mission. She's like mid-run. She looks super, super cool. I love the red theme, and I like her freckles. I just love, my favorite color is red, so I think I'd really like this doll because she's like all in red, but I really love this cover with Astra. Then we have two more. We have Tessa's Lost and Found, and I think that this is this very stunning doll as well. I love the like blue to green on her, and she's holding like a little star box, and there's a little horse coming out of it. Very cool. And then lastly, this is book 12, so I don't have all of them, but that's okay. We have Gemma and the Ultimate Standoff. So very cool. I don't know if this is the last book in the series. Let me count the stars really quick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 books. I'm only missing 3, and I've thrifted all of them, so that's not bad at all. But yeah, I think they're really, really neat. And I really wish that I had more Star Darlings, but hey, I have a lot of their books, which is fun. But yeah, that is all of the doll books I have. I know it's not like a ton, but it is a decent amount. And whenever I go to thrift stores, I look for more doll related books just because I really enjoy growing my collection. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that there aren't any actual dolls in it, but hopefully this was a video that was interesting to you, and maybe you have some of these books. If you do, please let me know in the comments down below, and let me know which of the stories, if you've read them, you liked the most. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel so that I can continue to make more videos for you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to do a Barbie movie collection, because I do have, or just like doll related movie, because I have movies about My Scene and Barbie and Ever After High and Monster High, and I don't know if Tinkerbell counts because like those are dolls based off of movies, not movies based off of dolls, but let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.